Okay. So, it's been a little bit, I want to say 2 weeks? 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, because of Halloween. So, first off, yes, we're back. And yeah, for those that didn't know, or, you know, just like somehow missed it, I didn't stream on last Sunday because it was Halloween, and I was, well, it was the day before Halloween, but I was still very busy with Halloween stuff that day. So, there is that. I don't know how much I'm going to be doing today, because I'm doing alright at the moment, but I've got that kind of in the back of the head migraine thing going, so I took some meds for it, so hopefully those kick it out, but if they don't, it might be a little bit shorter than normal. I'm also not sure exactly how long I plan on going tonight anyway, but regardless, it'll be at a minimum hour and a half. That's the shortest I'll go without just canceling a stream entirely. So I think I'll probably try and get to the first boss of the DLC at the very least, which, if my memory isn't failing me, is Ludwig, which that's gonna be a special kind of suffering. So we have that. Yeah. That's gonna be an interesting time. So yeah, I'm going to very quickly refill my drink, and then we will be getting started. So I guess enjoy the dulcet sounds of Bloodborne wind in the background while I do that. Okay, so we're back. Just finished up a couple quick things along with grabbing a drink. So here we are back in the DLC, and I think I'm going to set the goal for Ludwig tonight. Not getting to him, I'm going to set the goal for trying to beat him tonight. I say try, because, well, this is New Game +7. I can't make my character any better, so the only thing I have to rely on is my own skill, and Ludwig is known for being exceptionally difficult. So with that in mind, here we go. We'll just, oh, that was still on the ending screen. Whoops. That was probably confusing for some people. That's what I get for not double checking. Regardless, yeah, we'll be enjoying the suffering that is the DLC now. in all of its glory. And yeah, this is the plaza that's normally in the Cathedral Ward area that normally you would go down from here into Cathedral Ward, but it is blocked off. And it's not these guys I'm worried about, it's him. That one in the back, he's a problem. Especially because there's two of them. And I'm gonna take whatever wins I can get. As a side note, having a headache might just be making me play better for some reason. Why, I don't know, but I'm doing good enough to be exceptionally happy about it. So there's that. Well, I do love the empty Phantasm Shell adding arcane damage to my weapons. I hate how loud the effect is. It's obnoxious. Okay, did the other hammerman already drop down? That way he's not here at the moment. Might be. I hear them moving, but I don't care. Oh, there's the other gun guy. Oh god, dogs. Okay, got him. One nice thing about being max level is I do roughly comparable damage to the nonsense that they do to me. So, it's an even-ish playing field. The only difference being that there's more of them. I think I could jump this. Technically, if I get the right angle. No, not quite. I guess I'll just go over the top then. Because I do want to deal with all of these guys. Yep. I'm down here now. We're down here now, I should say. He's confused. This is good for me. Gave me some breathing room. And he's not dead. I'll take the blood vials though. Ow. Forgot about that. Alright. That's that part cleared. I think there's a shortcut down here if I remember correctly. this open. Alright, there's one right here. Oh, I really do love visceral attacks. Such a wonderful thing. See, I don't think there was anything else down here. This just leads back to the front. Yeah, okay. Just wanted to double check. Alright, that shortcut's open now, that's good. That will save us quite a bit of time going forward, because I'm sure something's going to absolutely body me at some point between now and the next lamp. Perfect boulder kill. Do love to see that. And now we get to deal with Funny Bellman. I hate Funny Bellman. Say hello to Funny Bellman. That doesn't do as much to you as I would like. Neither does that. Okay, I've hit the limit of his AI. We'll go past this point. That's good to know. Yeah, that's where he stops. Unless he's in the middle of an attack. Then he keeps going. I am not above abusing the AI to deal with that man. He's far too annoying to deal with normally. So now we can go in here. Which, fun fact, is entirely pointless right now because we don't have the item required to deal with that man. That's Lawrence, the first vicar, or vicar. Not entirely sure on the pronunciation of that one. I think it's vicar. I'm sure once I've posted this to YouTube, I'm sure some intellectual will correct me. But yeah, he is an optional boss. Out of the 5 bosses in the DLC, he is the optional one. You do not have to fight him for any particular reason, but if you get his skull, which is somehow outside of his skull, don't ask me how that works. The nightmare, I guess. Yeah, you can fight him here, and he is possibly the most obnoxious boss in the entire DLC. He's not difficult, he's just obnoxious, because he, in a game about fast-paced, very aggressive combat, he forces you to play the slow waiting game where he zones out areas where you can't even go into them because it's no longer safe. And he's a Dark Souls boss in a Bloodborne game, I guess would be the best way to put it. And those two formulas do not mix, for being entirely honest. So yeah, we will be coming back to deal with him later. I will deal with him regardless, because he's one of the last 5 bosses in the game. But, yeah, that's Lawrence. kind of hilarious name for a boss, honestly. Just, yeah, that's Lawrence. It sounds very out of left field for a boss name, but I suppose I've heard weirder as boss names, or just more odd. Right, this part, I forgot about this. Let's go back to the Tiny Tonitrus. Yeah. The somewhat fascinating and interesting part about that guy in particular is he was standing on that pressure plate, which activates that gun the entire time. Those enemies can be killed by those guns, but weirdly enough, he somehow doesn't put enough pressure on the plate to activate it until you're within like 2 or 3 feet of him. And as far as I'm aware, that's the only like unique instance of like enemy weight placement being really used in the DLC. So yeah, there is that fun little tidbit. You, sir, are a problem. I did that too late. I hate these guys. Yeah, that's right, back up. That's a corner. Yep. And there we go. And that is precisely why we get checkpoints and shortcuts. Mostly the shortcuts, if I'm being entirely honest. At the very least, now we could go this way. That's a double, right? You have a lot more stagger protection than I do. Okay, come on. Okay, not the cleanest kill, but I'll take it. Don't care about the birds. Or them, really. Boulder. Good enough. Don't have to go back in there again. And we're essentially back to where we were. The fun thing about this cave that I forgot to mention the last time, in between the sounds of death and bells ringing in the background, is you can actually hear whispering underneath the wind and like a musical layer. Hopefully it's loud enough that it comes through, but yeah, that is the thing. And it's somewhat unique to this cave and one other one in the DLC. So there is that as well. I'm also somewhat certain that that enemy flat out will not attack you until you've hit it. Because his like whole like AI processing is to just stand on the button. Which he does very well. I'll give him that much. That's good to know. The timing on that is very tight. That almost killed me. That could have gone better. Not a huge deal, though. Where's this guy? There he is. Okay, it only takes 2 hits for them. So there is an item down there I'm going to try and get. Involves going past some wonderful revisit enemies from Castle Canehurst. If we all remember that place. Those things. Let's see, do I have... Yeah, those things. So, yeah, we get to deal with them again. Oh, I should probably turn the lantern on. And that's the spot where normally there's an old man in a wheelchair with a shotgun. Instead, in the nightmare, he just explodes. Not sure what that says about people's nightmares about Shotgun Guy, but, you know, it is what it is. And then right up here, there's normally a lamp. But in the nightmare, you instead get this guy. It was very dangerous, might I add. that's right. He just gives bolt hunter's marks because I already have the weapon. And normally he drops a weapon, but because I already have it, he just gives a bolt hunter's mark instead. Or is it a rune? One of those two. I think it's a weapon. And now we're down here. With those things. Lots of them. They're kind of dumb, though. So you can kind of sort of avoid them. Keyword being kind of sort of. That's unfortunate. I'm just gonna head back up here real quick. Is it gonna try and go after me? No, it lost aggro immediately. Interesting. Those things are not too bad overall, but they can be a nuisance. Ah, good. It spotted me without actually seeing me. I love it when they do that. Warm blood gems, right. Yeah, fire paper, I guess. Actually, I can probably... Yeah. Alright. Oh, it immediately lost interest. Interesting. We are both right next to each other, though. Thankfully, they do lose interest very quickly. It's just not too hard to kind of continuously reset them like this. I just don't like dealing with them in packs, because they are obnoxious when there's multiple of them. Don't really need that since my weapons are all fully upgraded, but I'm doing it anyway. This... Yep, there he is. And that's the Gatling gun. A kind of fun, gimmicky weapon. he relies on it way too much. And there is, down there is another weapon, which is another kind of funny weapon. It is the amygdala arm. So you just get to swing around a big hand, essentially. But it is guarded by a blood-starved beast, but scaled up to DLC difficulty. And I have no use for that weapon, so if that's what you're looking for, it's down there. I am not. So I'm not going down there. I will be going this way, though. I want to say there's another bloodstone chunk behind all of them over there. Oh, bullets. Handy. Well, that was close. Thanks for some more bullets. Let's get this guy. That was also exceedingly close. And thankfully those things are stupid, so I don't have to worry too much about that. Now I can head down here, talk to this guy. So normally, there's a couple ways to do this. This guy has a quest line. You can do his quest line, which will eventually result in you getting this, which is a favorite weapon of mine. Probably one of my favorite in the game, honestly. Or you can just fight him here and kill him for it. I don't really have a reason to do either. So, he's an NPC. He does exist. He has an interesting little quest line, and if you're not into that kind of thing, you can murder hobo him and, just take his stuff. Either way, shortcut number 2. I'm going to restock my stuff by going back to the Hunter Street, which should still be on fire, if memory serves. Yeah. Should still be on fire. Yep. Still on fire. Alright. Fire paper is good. Definitely want to keep that on. Yeah, I think this setup is fine for now. Alright. Back to Hunter Stream is this way. Right. Wrong way. Wrong way. The sounds of burning, crackling wood. Do love it. Okay, and we're back here again. Except now we can go this way. We'll be ignoring that lot pretty much entirely. So we'll be going up and around. So right through there is the next lamp, which is the lamp right before Ludwig, which can be gotten to pretty quickly. I think there used to be a thing where right here, if you kind of like jiggled your character just right, it would force you through the fence and onto that, and you could skip a pretty large section. I think they fixed that eventually, though. I think. They might not have, but I'm not using it anyway, so I don't really care. Regardless, I'm going this way. Now I'm going this way. If I remember correctly, there's dogs here. Yep. And that's how we deal with dogs. Jumping around almost as much as they do. I think there was something back here. What was it, though? Cold blood. More or less useless for me, but still nice, I suppose. And there's a hunter guy that way, if I remember correctly. And one here. Okay. Alright. Bird. Hello, good sir. That always feels good. Oh yeah, fun note. These corpses, they're not dead. They're technically alive, if you could call that living. So, you know, that is a thing. They are there. Kind of surprised that didn't kill it, but then again, this is New Game Plus 7, so I suppose. So yeah, we have a fairly short stretch of land. Down there is the whirligig saw, which is probably one of the funnier weapons in the game. You just get to become a walking lawnmower. And also because I don't think I'm gonna go run and go grab it, but there's also one of the like snail shell people falls from the sky and almost crushes you, which is a pretty heavy implication that the dream or the nightmares are layered on top of each other, over and above, you know, the base game like implications of that. I think that's part of the old hunter set either over there or on that corpse over there as part of the old hunter set. And then down here we have two of the big bell boys, except they have that, which, yeah, very large gun. Funnily enough, you can actually get that. I believe it's the old, what is it, the old hunter cannon or the church cannon? I think it's the church cannon. It fires a little bit differently than the regular one. And now we get to run. Ow. That was bad timing on that for me. It's fine though. I'm not here to time things good, we're here to get to the lamp, of which we have successfully done. That's the lamp god. I'm not gonna grab the NPC. I think I'm just gonna go in and fight Ludwig and see what we get. Boy, I'm not looking forward to New Game Plus 7 Ludwig. That's not something I'm not overly fond of. We will deal with you. Just for old time's sake. So yeah, I'm pretty sure she always gives you a pebble for some reason. And that guy down there slapping the gate, he always gives you, I think it's like 5 blood vials. 5 or 6, something like that. So he is a way to restock on blood vials in between the fights with Ludwig, because even Miyazaki, as cruel as he is in game design, understood that you were going to need all the help you could get in this. So take of that what you will. If, this wasn't a good indication of what we're about to deal with. Oh yeah, and the fact that they all get up after you walk past them, but not before. It is a nice touch. I'm gonna burn through so much fire paper doing this. Prepare for suffering. Ow. Yep, that's just casually half my health bar. Should have seen that coming. Come on, get back into the rhythm of it. Fun fact, that attack is normally an instant kill if it hits you. That one's not much better. Was going so well too. Surprisingly. That was that's what we consider a good run against Ludwig. Because Ludwig is just That's just Ludwig. He's loud. He moves like a freight train and he hits like one. Let's kill her. Pebble. 5 blood vials. Okay, I was right the first time. Good to know. Well, that's 5 of those back that I spent on the last one. At least now I can do this ahead of time. Hey there, Ludwig. Come on, big boy, let's dance. Hit me. Unfortunate. And so the pain train begins. I'm glad I set the goal for beating Ludwig, and not anything else. Because I'm not expecting anything else. Especially since our lovely boy Ludwig is absolutely just wonderful on somebody with a migraine. I'm doing it anyway, though. I'll use the migraine as motivation. The irritation of his screams on my skull will make me want to kill him faster, and thus force me to do better to end my own suffering. Or I would like to believe, anyway. Fifth of the way. That was close. be in a corner with that man. That's not the jump I thought he was doing. That's the one I thought he was doing. Oh boy. Phase 2. This is where the fun begins.
All along. My true mentor, my guiding moonlight.
God, the music in this fight is so good. Alright, time to get my ass kicked. Ow. God, it's so good. Oh boy. So close. So close. I love this fight so much. The music is so good. Every time. Just that very feral sounding orchestral music in the start, and then it swaps to that. Just every time it hits so good. Every time. Side note, I think Executioner Gloves might be a little bit more better for that second phase. Give me those. I'm gonna need all of them I can get. Alright. Back to the fire vapor. This is also one of the few fights where gun is kind of useless. Like, normally most of the fights, like, there's some level of, like, the gun is kind of useless. Like, even with the Amygdala, which is even bigger than Ludwig, you can still shoot it in the head and do a decent chunk of damage. Ludwig, not so much. Ludwig doesn't care. But yeah, the boss design itself is fantastic. the way he goes from, well, crawling around like a feral beast to kind of upright and holding himself like a proper like warrior would, like he's reclaimed some level of his humanity from us paradoxically beating the shit out of him. It like I love that, and the way the music transitions to reflect that is just so good every time. He's not my favorite Bloodborne boss, but he is definitely one of the best designed ones. You can tell that he had a lot of like thought and effort put into him specifically, and I love it. Yep, that's Ludwig. The Wombo combo jump. Gotta love that one. One more fire paper down the drain. I'm just gonna go straight in this time. Almost there. Nice. All right. Not the cleanest, but fairly good. While this is playing again, I'm gonna take a drink.
You were at my side all along. My true mentor, my guiding moonlight.
And since we've seen this cutscene before, that sword, that's the Moonlight Greatsword. That has been in every single FromSoft game. Alright, big man, let's dance. That hit me from the back. I'll take it, though. Yeah. I was too far away from him. That backswing was unfortunate. I might have had it that time if it wasn't for that. Oh well. Yeah, side note, if you actually do manage to get caught in that wave attack that he does, it's pretty much a guaranteed death. Actually, I think I can safely say it is a guaranteed death because this is a max level character and it still killed me. So, yeah. Yeah, normally the strategy is to either be A, so far away that it only clips you and you take a little bit of damage, or B, be directly on top of him so you can just kind of get right behind him and he can't properly hit you with it. I was neither of those things. I was in that unfortunate middle ground, which is not great for your health in that boss fight. But yeah, as I was saying right there at the end of the cutscene, that sword that he has is the... I'm sorry, what? Okay, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. That sword he was carrying is the Moonlight Greatsword, and that is... It's been in, I'm pretty sure, every single FromSoft game in some way, shape, or form. In Elden Ring, it was the Dark Moon Greatsword instead of the, well, Moonlight Greatsword. Demon Souls, I'm pretty sure it was still called the Moonlight Greatsword. Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, it was called the Moonlight Greatsword. Elden Ring, it was the Dark Moon Greatsword. In this one, it's still the Moonlight Greatsword. In one of their non-fantasy style games from FromSoft, that's FromSoft's made, Armored Core, which is a mech game, which Armored Core 6 might be on the way, so if that comes out, that'll definitely be happening on stream. I think it was Armored Core 4 or 4 for Answer, had the Moonlight Blade, which was essentially the mech version of the Moonlight Greatsword. So they've kept that pretty consistent through all of the games, and then Patches has showed up in every single FromSoft game in some way, shape, or form as well, which is interesting that those two things are for some reason just like continuity-wise always there. But yeah, my odd little tidbits and facts aside, let's try and slap this boy. Hello, big man. Don't get greedy. Greed is how we die. Let's dance. There we go. And that's what a good run looks like. Oh, did we keep the guy over here alive the entire time? Is he still going? He is! Or they are, I should say. What do you know? Interesting. Didn't have any to retrieve, but we'll take it. Alright, yeah, that was a very good run against NG +7 Ludwig. I'm very happy with that. A few things I would have liked to have done better, but solid nonetheless. And it only took an hour to get to Ludwig and kill him. So, what was that, 4 tries or 5? I think it was 4. I'll say 5. So.
Good hunter, have you seen the thread of light? Just a hair, a fleeting thing. Yet I clung to it, steeped as I was in the stench of blood and beasts. I never wanted to know what it really was. Really, I didn't.
And then he goes insane. Killing his head, despite the fact that we just killed him, gives you the Moonlight Greatsword. Alternatively, if you have, I think it's the White Church Garb, you can talk to him and get some different dialogue, which I don't think I have the White Church Garb on me, nor do I think I have it stored. I think I ended up selling it on one of my runs. So... and yeah, there's the Holy Moonlight Sword. So, yeah. I forgot there were blood vials in the boss room. Didn't necessarily need them, but would have been somewhat handy. And now we are this short area here, and then we will be in the second section of the DLC, which is the like medical library-esque area. It's a little bit of both, full of, well, I guess you'll see.
Surrounded by life, but with steady stride. Colored by blood, but always clear of mind. Proud unto the church. Beasts are a curse, and curse is a shackle. Only ye are the true blades of the church.
And that guy in there is currently beating his head against a wall while reciting some form of mantra to keep himself from going insane.
Steady stride. Colored by blood, but
Unsuccessfully, I would probably say.
Proud unto the church.
Come on, lock on. There we go. I want to get past you and deal with Gunboy. Alright, well, I'm back up to 16 bullets and blood vials. Handy. There is a couple things, if you have the right stuff, which you don't get until way later in the DLC, that you can do in this little asylum-y section here, but I don't think I'm going to be doing many of the NPC quest lines. I feel like that's something that's better experienced personally in a way, and it also leaves, you know, something for like people that, you know, don't know to just kind of like experience on their own rather than me doing it. This part's fun because it is a double hunter fight. It's also rats behind me, but they're inconsequential. I need to try and kill the ranged one first. The ranged one is by far the more annoying of the two. So we're gonna try and deal with them first. I gotta remember which side the ranged one is on. I think they're on the right. I think. It's been a very long time. Oh, as a side note, before they notice us, as soon as I'm done talking, we'll take a moment to listen. They are also praying. So yeah, there's that. That's a fun little tidbit. Okay, so the other hunter is... Okay, so the ranged hunter is the one that's praying in the middle right now. I want to say the other hunter's on the left or the right. Like right here. And they try and ambush me. I don't see them there. So I think they're on this side in the fog. Can I hit them from here? No, I can't lock onto him from here, so I can't hit him from here with anything. How close can I get before they notice me? Ah, there she is. There's the melee one. Thank you, Bloodborne's weird lighting settings, for being what you are and highlighting the enemy, essentially. You're behind this wall. Which means we're going to do what many people in the business call a funny. Do I have... Oh, but the other one didn't notice. Right away, anyway. That always feels good getting to use that. Ow. That does not feel good, though. Want to get out of there. Oh, she's still chanting. Interesting. I thought she would have stopped. Oop, oop. That's a little close. You do a lot more damage than I do, which is worrisome. Constant movement pressure. Gotta love it. Don't need that. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, she got me through the beds. I think those are beds and not like medical beds. I think those are just regular beds. So yeah, managed to shoot me through one of the beds and stagger me. And that's why we like to kill the mage first, but it doesn't always work out that way. I do think I might actually be able to get close enough to the mage to backstab visceral them by using the blue elixir. I'm going to try that. Also going to unequip fire paper, because that's not going to be very useful in the upcoming area either. What would be good though? Bolt paper. I could do bone marrow ash, but I'm going to save that for a certain special lady in the upcoming areas. Alright, come on. There we go. There we go. Take those bullets. You didn't drop anything. Alright. And up we go. Gloves. Tonitrus. No, too slow. Whistle is funny, but not good against them. I think they have high arcane defense. Bolt paper, also not very good. Empty phantasm shell, not good for the same reason. Moderate whistle wouldn't be. Black sky, executioner's gloves. Yeah, I guess executioner's gloves. Taking that though. And then let's try this funny stuff again. Now, how close can I get without you noticing? Okay, no matter what, you're still gonna see me. Got it. Oh. Okay, that unfortunately doesn't really work. I hoped it did, but... Oh, that... One of those bullets went straight through her without hitting. And I can't tell because of how quickly it happened whether she somehow ducked the bullet or it actually just phased through her. If she ducked the bullet, I'll accept it because that just means it's a really good hitbox. If it phased through her, that's another story. I think I'm just gonna run past these two this time. I don't have to fight these two guys. I do have to fight them though. Because these two up here are in the way of me progressing. Now, is the other guy gonna come up the stairs though? No. Alright. That's good. Now, we did discover, though, that I can technically get right next to the melee lady without being noticed. Immediately, anyway. Right about there. Alright, that's a good way to start this off. You have so much stagger resistance. It is absurd, woman. allow you to combo me to death. Okay, that one I just missed. Alright. That's one threat taken care of. Now we have a joke. Keep backing up. And you put yourself in a corner. Perfect. The silence. The joyous thing. Alright. And more Madman's knowledge. Now... up we go. I'm still unsure of who or what's body that's supposed to be. Because it has a weird kind of split open skull, like, not, you know, the top of the head being missing so I can shove my hand in it part, but the middle of the skull, there's like a split straight down the middle of it where the face would be. So I'm not sure what that corpse is supposed to be, really. Because it's definitely not normal. Now, I did ignore that for a reason and go back down. Because it's a funny double elevator. So we're going to send it back up. So that we can grab this. Lawrence's skull. Now we can go do the very, very, very obnoxious optional boss of the DLC. If we so choose. Which we will. After I get the lamp for this place, because I don't feel like having to do this part again. So now we can go up the elevator. Also, if you go down that elevator, that's where you get the church cannon weapon. So, there's that. I don't use cannon weapons, though, just because I'm not a huge fan of them. Like, yes, they do an absolutely absurd amount of damage for, you know, a gun weapon. Especially if you put bone marrow ash on it. But I don't like the idea of spending 8 bullets on one shot, which might not hit something. Big target like Lawrence, though. Yeah, that'd work good for that. So, welcome to the research hall. In short, welcome to Pain and Suffering. Round 2 Electric Boogaloo. So, there's that. We are going to head back because we're going to go kill Lawrence. So I have to go back to the Hunter's Dream, and then back to the appropriate lamp. And then we'll kill Lawrence. So I would say today's been, so far, pretty successful on the run. We've got to Ludwig. Started the DLC, got to Ludwig, killed Ludwig, got to the research hall, grabbed the stuff to fight Lawrence, and then we're going to fight Lawrence, so... Nightmare Church or Hunter's Nightmare? think Hunter's Night. Yeah, I think it has to be Hunter's Nightmare. Because Nightmare Church, I think, is the one that's just outside of Ludwig's boss fight, and that would be way too far away. Alright. Yeah. Alright, so now we don't want to use that shortcut. We just want to go back this way. And use this shortcut. Of which I'm going to take full advantage. Hello, good sir. Bye. I have places to be, and that place is in a church killing a lounging man. I just have to get past Bellboy. Hey, bud, what's up? Alright. Yep, Simon's Bowblade. Old reliable. Tiny Tonitrus? Maybe. Executioner Gloves. Yes. Alright, this is the unfun boss of the DLC, because for some reason, every DLC that FromSoft releases for a game, they have to make anywhere between 3 to 5 really good, really fun bosses to fight in their DLCs. And then they have to make one really obnoxiously annoying, unfun boss. This is that one. This is the unfun boy. We don't like Lawrence. Everybody hates Lawrence. Just unequivocally. And I am not some strange outlier in this scenario. I too still hate Lawrence. Really cool design, even if it is technically just a reskin, but I still hate him. Yes, I have your skull in my pocket. No, I'm not giving it back. Oh god, that does so much damage. Oh yeah, that's right, just being near him hurts you. I forgot about that. I forgot about the explosion. Forgot about the explosion. I'm sure for everyone watching, you can see, or at least are beginning to see exactly why Lawrence is unfun. they have added a boss to a game solely focused on melee combat, where literally the only ranged options that are good is this pistol and this bow. And made a boss that makes it so getting near him is deadly. And that can chunk you for, I want to say I was down to probably about 100 or 200 health out of 1900 in one swing. Yeah, not fun. Not fun. I'm okay with things hitting like a truck, but when they hit like a truck from like 20 feet away because of a big explosion, that's when it gets a little unfun. But it is what it is. It's Lawrence, and I intend to kill this man. Almost forgot about the boulder. Coming through. Yeah, stare at me from down there all you want. You can't come in. At least not any farther. Weirdly. I think I'm gonna drop the bolt paper off and put bone marrow ash on for this fight, if I'm being entirely honest. This is one of the few fights where big bullet good, like Amygdala. And the actual cleric beast boss fight, because that's what this is he is a flaming explosive cleric beast, which is normally the first boss you fight in Bloodborne. You can technically ignore the cleric beast entirely and go straight to Father Gascoigne. So he's either the first or second boss usually that people fight. And yeah, that's what Lawrence is he's just an angrier, flaming, explosive cleric beast. All because I have my skull, or his skull, in my pocket. So, you know, which, I mean, I suppose it's understandable why he's angry with me, because I did somehow take his skull without taking his skull. Nightmare logic. But God, that is so much damage. And he does that attack so often. This is pretty much the only reliable way to do damage to this man. Because he just keeps doing it. Gonna be out of bone marrow ash any second now. Forgot about that one. Oh, that's problematic. That's a corner. Those are bad. I forgot he does a little flop. That's my entire health bar. Alright, bone marrow ash. I really do hate this, man. That only did 300 damage. That's not good. Ow. Forgot he has a forward leap instead of a jump like the other one. So he's a little different, but... we're not dying now. I really do hate this man. There we go, and now the really fun part begins. Because he starts doing that. And it just keeps going. And it just keeps going, and it just keeps going. Oh boy. The first phase, I can forgive it. He spams specific attacks continuously, but I can forgive it, because it is just a cleric beast, but, you know, slightly different. The second phase, though. The second phase is the part that's just unforgivably bad. Like, there are no redeeming qualities to that second phase whatsoever. I guess let's put on, since fire's gonna do nothing, we'll put the bolt paper back on. I'm going with the bolt paper. I do want to try and kill Lawrence before the end of the stream tonight. He's obnoxious. I'm pretty sure I can do it in a couple more tries at the most, but... Bellboy. Just gotta wait on Bellboy. Hello, Bellman. Goodbye, Bellman. There we go. Alright. I wonder if... Don't even think about it, Bellboy. Since he's not weak to fire, which cleric beasts are normally weak to, he should technically be weak to lightning, but somehow I don't think he is. So Arcane might be the play. We'll try Arcane and see how it does compared to Bolt Paper. Alright, that's pretty good. Okay, yeah, bold paper's a little bit better. Alright, this is good. Alright. God. This fight, I swear. Yep. There we go. Oh, I hate Lawrence with a burning passion. Pun entirely intended. The fact that you can only fight Lawrence in his second phase from the front is so unholily obnoxious. I love every other boss in Bloodborne, but Lawrence, no. Ow. Lawrence is just not fun. Okay, so this is how this one's gonna be, alright. Yeah, that's fine. That was not gonna be a good run. I will accept that gladly. Let's reset it now and go back in pressure. The joys of maximum new game plus cycle, where everything ruins your day. There we go. This time he didn't manage to get the shot off, which is good. But before he could do anything, proc the boulder and head up. There we go. And now we wait for Bellman to open the door. You perfectly blocked the door. Alright. I'll take it. Could have been worse. One less blood vial than normal's fine. So, bold paper was a little bit better than the empty phantasm shell. Not by much, but it was a little bit better. So we'll roll with that for now, until I run out. I mean, that's not too bad. That was a good round of damage there. Alright. Okay. Yeah. Ugh. I just need to get to his second phase without wasting too many resources. Because the second phase is where you burn through healing. Because he's burning through you. Quite literally. Lawrence is the only boss in Bloodborne that I can safely say feels luck-based and not skill-based. Every other boss, 90% of the time, it feels like, yeah, it was my fault. Lawrence's first phase, yeah, stuff happens. Yeah, it's my fault. Second phase, no. The second phase is just, yes, I attempted to attack the enemy and took about 200 damage. Feels great. I did the full-on spin that time. Alright. Oh. That's good to know. I suppose I have been using it pretty consistently for the entire game without stopping, really. Come on, lose your legs. Like that. There we go. was 70% of my health bar in one swing. Well, I guess I'll be going back to the Hunter's Dream long enough to repair a weapon. And then we'll try this one more time. I should have enough echoes built up in random junk to repair this. Inventory. Yeah. That should be enough, I think. Oh yeah, we're fine. Alright. Oh, I should probably buy some more bolt paper with, like, insight or something. Yay, I'm almost down to 50 insight for a change. Frenzy won't instantly kill me when I encounter that again, since it will show up again. Guess they just couldn't stay away from Frenzy for the DLC either. I mean, it is an interesting mechanic, but it's still... definitely one of the more punishing ones that FromSoft has come up with over the years. Great start. Love that. Do I have right now? Not quite 1,600. Can he be poisoned? I don't think so. Okay, I saw my health above the death level, and then something clipped me after that, which is what killed me, because it wasn't the swing that killed me. Might have been the fire, but it seems like that took a long time for it to hit me if it was the fire. regardless. I'm slowly creating a nice little stockpile of souls in the boss room. Wow, the little guy's actually getting some swings in this time. Impressive. Ow. I'll heal from that. Come on, do something I can punish. That's not really something I can punish. Ugh. Camera, work with me. I'm stuck. It's bad. This boss is just abhorrently unfun. A lot difficult, does a lot of damage, has an interesting moveset. Fun boss. Hard, but fun. Lawrence is not that. It's not that. Ugh. I'll give it a couple more tries. Bolt paper does work though, so I'll keep using bolt paper. Wish I had a better ranged thing though. Those boys actually did pretty good this time. God. Yep. That's the only thing I hate about getting to this boss is him. Sometimes you can run right by him. Other times he does not. I should probably dump some souls and grab some more bone marrow ash if I really want to deal with Lawrence. But and now we wait for the door to open again. Ah, bloody hell. There we go. I hate that doorway. Fall for that. There we go. That was nice. That's a wall. Oh, that's a solid chunk of damage. Going into the second phase, that's really good. And now if I can just stay alive long enough, it'll be great. That has so much range. There we go. Ugh. That second visceral really, really helped there. That second visceral was very, very helpful. Because that shaved off quite a bit of the second phase health bar. Alright, with that, let's head back to the hunter stream and restock on stuff and put ourselves back in the study hall or research hall, whatever it's called. Alright, restocked. We'll just go around. Yeah, research hall. Okay. Alright. It's one of the best bosses in Bloodborne and one of the... Well, no, not one of the worst boss in Bloodborne. Done. And I think the next stream, honestly, might... well, maybe. The next stream might be the last one. If I can do the entirety of the research hall and the two bosses after it within an hour, I can probably get to the final boss of the DLC and kill him within an hour. I would definitely say we can finish Bloodborne on the next one. If I can do both of those things, which is clear this area in an hour and the next area in an hour, we can probably finish Bloodborne on the next run. So let's swap this over real quick. All right, so yeah, that was the first section of the DLC. We have this second section here and in the research hall, and we have the last section. Yeah, the actual areas won't take that long. It'll just be down to the bosses and how long they take, because the two bosses that are coming up, one is kind of a joke, the other one is my favorite boss in all of Bloodborne, and then the boss in the area after that is probably the second hardest. Some say it's the hardest boss in the DLC. I'm kind of on the fence between it and Ludwig being the hardest. It kind of flip-flops back and forth on that. But yeah, we've got 3 bosses left for the DLC, and then the final boss of the main game. Since I'm not doing the, like, one of the alternate endings, there's only 1 instead of 2 in that arena. So we have 4 bosses left in the entirety of Bloodborne right now. So if all goes well, 2-3 hour stream next Sunday should be the end of Bloodborne. So that'll be interesting. We'll just have to see though. It might take a little bit longer, might be a little bit less time than a full 3-hour stream, who knows. Regardless, it was enjoyable as always streaming, and hopefully my ramblings were entertaining, and my rantings at times. Yeah, so yeah, next Sunday, same time as always, will possibly be the end of Bloodborne. After that, let me check my schedule real quick. So that'll be the 13th. 20th and 27th, I will probably be taking off just Not because I have any specific plans, but just taking that off to kind of figure some stuff out and maybe figure out where I want to go with the next game. Kind of like, I'll probably drum up a poll for my Discord server for that. I want to say it is the... I want to say it's the 9th is when the Callisto Protocol is coming out, which means the 11th would be the first Sunday of December where I can actually stream that. So I might go on hiatus until the 11th so that I can just start streaming Callisto Protocol when I get back. I will probably also by then have a new microphone set up, so that will be an improvement on audio quality on my end, and thus an improvement in audio quality for everyone listening. 18th, there will definitely be a stream. So the 11th and the 18th, we'll probably get 2 streams of Callisto Protocol. The 25th is Christmas, so I will not be streaming on that day for probably fairly obvious reasons. The 1st is New Year's, which is also a day when I'm usually pretty busy with stuff, so no streaming on the 1st. So the 25th and the 1st, I'll be off. The 8th will be when I would be coming back after that, so we'll have the 8th, 15th, 22nd, and then the 29th to finish the Callisto Protocol, because I have no idea how long of a game it's going to be since it's just coming out, but I am going to try and finish that one by the 29th at the latest, so that I can start on the Dead Space remaster as soon as possible, because that does come out on the 27th. So ideally, I'm going to try and finish the Callisto Protocol by the 22nd at the latest, so I can start on the Dead Space remaster the weekend it comes out. So after Bloodborne, we'll be getting a couple good horror games, and after that, we'll just have to see what comes out or what I have kind of on the backlog list of games to play on stream. So we will go from there. As usual, the VOD will be up within a couple days on the YouTube channel. Any further news on scheduling, changes in stream plans, etc., will be on the Twitter, since that's my best way to communicate with a lot of you outside of the end of the streams like this. And I think that's it. So thanks for dropping in, and I will see you on the next one.